Hello everyone and welcome. Welcome to our weekly modern here at Ogre Games. It's modern. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts. Actually, I'm your host for tonight. Nobody else is here. Nobody else wants to be here. If there's anybody else who wants to be in the booth, you can drop on by. Ogre Games. At 83 Club Street. Anyway, we're watching the match between Sheikh Amiruddin and Danny Seed. And to all our Chinese viewers, or all who are celebrating happy Chinese New Year, Happy New Year to you. And for all the lonely hearts out there, it's okay. It's okay. I'm here with you. To tide out this period. Is Kaz going to be joining me? Oh, whoa.
Danny losing?
No, Danny's not losing yet.
Okay, so he's playing. Wait, how can he play this deck? He doesn't have the scouting stance that I refuse to lend him.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Use polluted deltas instead, right?
That's so bad. Like, you can't afford to play Blood Moon for yourself in this deck.
Is this like Blue Moon?
No, he's playing Blue-Red Pyromancer.
Oh, Blue-Red Pyromancer. Why drop the black though?
Probably because of K-Command. He probably splashed it for K-Command, I feel.
Oh, okay. So, but like you're dropping the black. I mean, like Blue-Red Pyromancer.
Oh, Blue-Red. So they don't play
K-Command. Like
yeah.
Does it play K-Command?
No, it doesn't. So instead of favoring the Madu Pyromancer, the Blue-Red has more consistency in the sense that your Madu is more consistent.
You don't die to Blood Moon.
And you came up against your opponent, which is actually a viable option, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And I think the deck just is good against all matchups. If you have the Pyromancer, you can actually stabilize the board against Affinity, against like no rank core goggles. There's so many things that tokens can do to provide for your board.
That's true. Okay.
I mean, is that Pyromancer is a thinking man's thing, Danny feels like a bad choice for Danny,
Well, let's see if you can pull it off. But Danny, what I like about Danny is that he goes out there, he experiments with decks, sees whether he can do it. But one of the pitfalls of Danny is that despite not being able to do it, he'll tell you, man, I can do it, man, I can do it. Which I believe. And when Sheikh here is playing what, Soul?
I think he's playing his signature 5C Shadow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think it's been performing quite well for him, and he seems to like the deck a lot.
Yeah. It's actually a very powerful deck. I mean, like you've got Fatal Pushes, you've got Collective Vitality, you've got Liliana, you've got Gargoyles, and of course, the Death Shadow. So
I just feel that like if you play 5C and now like people are trying to streamline play like more aggressively, like there's humans, they generally play 5 colors, they play almost basic into like 2 basic lands.
Oh yeah.
And now you're playing 5C Shadow. If you're looking like team limited, like for the monthly, you're gonna run moves for sure. You don't leave yourself into it, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
This
it's gonna be team modern.
Unified modern. So what? Teams of 3?
Yeah. So I know Sheikh is joining up with Ikai and one other player. I believe it's Jose, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
So you have like mono white DMT, you have like 5C Shadow, and you have like Affinity.
Right. So they don't overlap at all.
They don't overlap at all.
No, even in the sideboard, man.
Probably one sound the same sideboard.
The white, you've got white, right? So
yeah, but I think you know what's a good card to have for Unified sideboard. Might also be clear because everybody's playing Pyromancer train, and they're gonna play Pyromancer because the blue one actually because Jace is unbanned. They put down like nice soul visuals.
Gotcha. That's really quite fun. Alright, so tries to bolt down the shadow.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah, we got to live counter later, but
Starving
Cryptic command? Counter bounce, come on.
Oh, that's so greedy.
Oh,
that is so greedy, man.
Yeah, okay, so does get rid of the
I mean, he's just looking to stabilize his board. Why draw? I don't
understand. He's got a ancestral vision counting down anyway, so
yeah, it feels like the more they usually choose to draw. But people forget that you can bounce and you can tap opponents. Those are like key modes that critical one has as well.
Yeah, and it's not like, I mean like you counter, like tap opponents is usually the last line of defense. But sometimes you can use it offensively, right? I mean, you can just forget.
Just zerg your like tap all your guys and I'm gonna swing back for like bajillion damage.
And now you've got block. You can't kill me on the back swing. And now you got block. Now you're not attacking anymore. So I don't know. Anyway, here's the battlefield.
It's so bad because right now, I mean before the situation goes off, then he's gonna be like losing cards all day every day.
And taking a lot of damage from Ogre the way. So it's like 5 points of damage. It's like 9. Yeah, he would, he'll be facing down like Goy this turn. Fine, he'll still go down to 4, but you won't be fighting a Liliana and a Goy at the same time. And Death Shadow here is the battlefield.
If he doesn't have answer, he's pretty much dead next turn.
Yep.
He has to draw like critical command and tap into like upkeep and special visions, and to like Pyromancer and like a couple of one-drop spells to like just survive the turn.
He needs critical command right now. Okay, so Pyromancer here gets to draw.
That's so bad because you probably have definitely block the Goyle and you take the dash damage. Which means that even if you survive the next turn, if you can't get rid of it, you dead to any form of like combat step. So it's really bad, man.
The audio has I know why. Okay. Alright.
Sorry, there's a judge call, I believe.
Right, okay. You guys better put my name in the judge roster.
Oh, okay. So there's been a judge call. I believe Danny is gonna ask something. Okay, he just scooped the game, so I have no idea why. Meanwhile, I'm gonna let Mick know that they have gone to the next game and we can move the live counter. Danny, can you move the live counter more to the right? Yeah, more to your towards your left. Danny, move it a bit more. Towards your left.
Is the audio better now? Thank you, David Ombra. Thank you for the the feedback. Which actually there was feedback. So
yeah.
So we took away the feedback because you gave us feedback.
Hey man, we haven't done the Power 9 podcast in a while. I want to laugh, but I think I shouldn't encourage this behavior. So.
Hey, come on, man! Like this is normal behavior. Yeah. I was going to say, if you are watching us on Twitch, you're doing it wrong. So you should watch us on Facebook. Oh, man. I didn't start the timer. So it's 41 minutes left?
Yes, there's 41 minutes left into the game. And Wei Xiong just walked in. So, yeah, we'll have even number of players. One more Holo 1 deck joining in the fray.
Yay.
It's such a bad deck. That deck
How is it a bad deck? Come on.
Let me
explain.
This is a game marketed to children and adults.
Okay.
And there's already ambiguous factors of gambling when you whack packs. And now you literally have constructed a deck based on gambling.
How is it a gamble?
It is a gamble. You goblin slot and you gamble into it.
Okay. But it's legit.
No, this is a pass or fail thing. Is it gambling or is it not gambling? You gotta answer that first before you move on with your points.
It becomes a game of chance, right? Is gambling a game of chance? Yes.
Okay.
But it's also part of it is a game of skill, which is constructing the deck.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's a judge call.
Okay, so I'm gonna just continue my opinion. It's a gambling man deck.
No opinion is wrong.
And people should not play around children because you don't want to like advocate gambling to children, especially in a game of like a card game. I mean, personally, I feel that not only is it a gambling man's deck, it's kind of inconsistent because you can get really bad discards from your Goblin Law. If your opponent doesn't hit the Holo ones, you're like just dead to like random shenanigans from your own source, from your own card. So that's pretty bad in my opinion. I don't enjoy the deck, and I don't enjoy watching the gameplays go on because there's almost no elements of skill behind it. So yeah, that's my opinion on the Holo 1 deck. I also don't think that Jace is gonna rank this game, and Bloodbraid Elf is probably going to for Jan. I'm not sure. It's just that Bloodbraid Elf is way too good. But right now, the players are going into game 2. Shake, if you're just joining us, he is playing 5-color Death Shadow, and Danny is playing blue-red Pyromancer. Sup Kelvin Chen, thanks for watching. Your favorite man is playing on the game. It's Danny Sheet. Apparently there's another judge call. I believe there's a lot of questions about layering regarding like Spreading Seas and Blood Moon. So if you do have these questions, you can post them in the chat, and we can answer them for you as well, just in case you're not sure about the rulings. So what, for the viewers who are watching, what do you guys think about the Bloodbraid and JTMS unbanned? Good, bad, horrible? Probably going to get banned again. Let's hear what you guys think. And now we go into game 2. Danny's probably going to play his mulliganing, and looks like Shake has 2 Stubborn Denials in his hand, Polluted Delta, Blooming Marsh, Bloodstained Mire, and I don't see a threat in his hand or any relevant spells. It's okay, man, Calvin. He doesn't have to deny. Danny says that, you know, you're his teammate, and if you're Danny's teammate, it means you're like best friends for life. Yeah, I think Bloodbraid Elf is really going to shake up the format. Not so much as JTMS would, simply because JTMS requires like very specific decks. Like you probably want to play in like the blue-red Pyromancer deck.
You probably want to play in I don't know who won.
Danny scooped immediately after you left.
Yeah, okay. Danny, good player.
So like I was saying, I think that JTMS requires a lot of specific decks to build it, and the decks that seem to want to play it like blue-white control can't play it well because there's no synergy behind it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's no synergy behind it. You would play specific cards. For example, like you would play maybe Terminus over a Wrath of God or something like that.
So the bad part about that is that you're trying to play Miracles without top in Modern. And then you only have one source of deck manipulation, and then you're banking on it to always hit something.
No, not really. I mean, like your one source of manipulation is an insanely powerful, strong source of manipulation, and the fact that you can go, for example, you know, you can play ops. Okay, so you know we've seen the blue-white control decks. They started using ops. They started, you know, instead of Serum Visions, which I think is correct.
Yeah,
which I think is you don't want to tap out during your turn. You only want to tap out at the end of your turn. So you know, and we've seen an iteration, or we've seen a few iterations of the Miracles deck, right? It uses Ogre, the Riverwise Ogre, the very bad Brainstorm, but it's still viable. I mean, we've seen it do good, you know, do well in tournaments. So yeah,
I don't know. I have my doubts about how impactful JTM is.
I have my doubts as well.
I just feel that Bloodbraid Elf was a really big weird unban.
Yeah, I agree.
It feels so swingy. Like now you have to play like first you have
K command. Oh gosh, Bloodbraid Elf into K command. Oh yeah,
and then you're
that's good.
Like you're from a winning position, and he does that to you, and like I'm so far behind now. What just happened, guys? You know, how did I get here?
Bloodbraid Elf into Electrolyze.
I mean, no. The question is that colors have very strong viability. It's like you can play in Teamer, you can play in Jun for sure.
Come on, you can splash it for anything.
You can even play just Ponza. You can probably play Ponza with it, right?
Yeah. Oh,
so
that into Stone Rain. Oh,
that's nasty. Like you do. That's kind of nasty.
Shivers, man. Turn 2. Okay, how about this? Turn 1, Birds of Paradise. Turn 2. Simian Spirit Guide, which Ponza already plays.
Okay.
Into Bloodbraid Elf, into Stone Rain.
I mean, you could hit a Blood Moon as well, and just
and then
utterly shut down somebody's mana base forever.
And then like just
I'm gonna dig up all my Bloodbraid Elves now. I'm not gonna play them. No one knows this shit.
Just don't sell it to anybody, right?
Yeah.
Ilham saying that what the hell, Facebook, who watches live stream on Facebook? Apparently 4 people watch live stream on Facebook.
Some people enjoy it, bro. Don't hate us gonna hate, man.
Yeah, exactly. Facebook is like easier to log on.
So now you see the problem of playing a deck which you don't have the land base and you can't play sideboard cards because of it. where you have flooded strands to fetch for just blue.
Well, you can fetch for blue red.
Yeah, but that
yes.
He
has some scouting tarts.
Yeah, but that necessitates like a shop. Those are probably borrowed from like the shop.
Alright,
Yeah.
okay.
So like lesson of the day, if you like the deck, buy the cards, man. Just don't be a miser on it.
The other thing I want to say is that we harped on this on the podcast all the time. Buy lands.
Yeah.
Buy lands. Lands never go out of style. Like no matter how many times you reprint a land, right, the price never falls below original price.
Misty Rainforest is pretty tanked right now. But I mean,
right now,
but in fact, it's banned. I mean, essentially, in fact, it's dead. So the card is kind of dead in modern. So
yeah,
I suppose.
I mean, like back when Bogles was like still hot,
yeah,
and like I don't know what other teamer decks were there.
I'm sorry for the people who play Boggles. I think it's a crap deck. I'm sorry.
Hey man, Boggles is awesome.
It's
Boggles is
okay.
Boggles is fun when you like go off.
I'm sorry we are veering off what's happening in the game.
No, who cares? Nobody tunes in to like
watch the gameplay.
You can watch the game, no problem. Like Shake is Shake is definitely in the lead right now. So
so what I was saying damn, I lost my train of thought.
What?
I totally
Boggles.
Yeah, Boggles is the Magic Origins equivalent of the Star of Nixfield deck. The sticker deck, what we call, if you're not a Singaporean, the Xiao Titi deck, the small boy deck. Because you place a lot of stickers on the board and then you attack. It's like placing stickers on the refrigerator like a kid.
Yeah, but some decks just don't. Some decks just like totally don't sideboard against like Boggles, so you can just totally catch.
So you're basically playing a deck, hoping you fly under the radar far enough that you make it somewhere.
Hey, you can fly under the radar like really
I
far.
mean the recent GP that just passed where the Burn and the Boggles were in the finals just proves that it could work.
Exactly.
I'm just saying that it's not. Thank you.
It's not exactly.
It's kind of bad.
The number one deck choice.
Okay.
Oh man, that looks good.
That's a banana milkshake.
Okay.
Everybody keeps saying it, so I wanted to try it for now. You want to try it?
No, you try it first.
But yeah, this is what I learned from Magic. You don't play a bad deck hoping to go under the radar. If you're a good player, you can just play a good deck and be good at the game. Why struggle with all this like special, fancy dandy moves and stuff? Just be a good player.
Well, the problem with Boggles as well. Okay, so the other reason why like Misty Rainforest is like tanking because there's no
Boggles is bad.
No, not just Boggles, but like there's no infect, despite having blossoming defense, by the way. So
I think the Git probe is too much of a hit. Although I probably think that I still stay in my stance where it was going to be banned eventually. 0-2 life. Look at your hand, draw a card. It's just it's
pretty good. Luca Guglielmi, I think so.
Yeah, we actually just had a conversation. So a summary of our conversation is
JTMS okay.
Yeah.
BBE weird.
Yeah, really, really weird.
I just want to see
this is what I told Danny. The conversation, the way the article was structured by Magic was, as Magic grows and through the years introduce more cards, the power level of these cards will balance out. Right. But when you have a card that literally casts other cards for free when it comes into play, when there are more powerful cards being introduced over the years,
then how does this card get worse, right?
Yeah,
that was the reasoning was totally off. Okay, it's so easy to get a 4 mana.
Yeah.
Like and to cascade from 4 mana into something and to have a powerful body on it as well. So it's not just like it's a 2/2. If it were a 2/2 haste, maybe it'll be,
maybe 3/2 just says that if you have a Liliana or JTMS down on the board and you don't do if I top deck this and you don't have an answer, they're dead on the spot. So the reasoning is so weird. When I read the article, I'm not gonna lie, I was on the toilet and it made my shit harder because it was so weird. Like I had a harder time accepting that this was the unban that they were coming out with.
Hard shit is
hard. Yeah, I agree that on a corporate level, unbanning it to sell more packs makes sense. But when
why are they selling? They're not selling any packs, dude. Like
no,
the modern masters. Okay.
No, but M25 is releasing the JTMS inside. You see, okay, so this is my view. If you're the corporate chain, would you want a short-term gain where you sell a limited run booster set, and your players start to hate the game? Or do you want to make your game well balanced and love like what it is currently before the unban into this state of that we have now, right?
You gotta shake things up, man. You gotta shake things up.
Hey, man, don't reinvent the wheel. The wheel ain't broke, man.
Yeah, get that hard shit, you know. That. Oh man. Yeah, Xiaonan, Zhou Xiaonan saying to sell M25 packs. I suppose yes, that's exactly right. No, but man,
do you see, by the way, the irony in the article about Modern? Like the real thing about anime. Through our years of research and R&D and observation, we decide that Modern is healthy and we should unban these cards now. And then, if I'm not wrong, some time ago they just like remove Modern from the Pro Tour. I mean, so much research and development going on, you know. It's just me. It seems so fishy.
It's Chris Cox, man. Chris Cox. But Chris Cox has been doing a damn good job so far, right? You know, revamping the Pro Tour to look and feel good. You know, having Channel Fireball events take over all the GPs so that, you know, everything streamlined, which is not, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but it is what it is. Like he's been like whacking it out of the park, with the exception of Iconic Masters.
Masters was like it's like a train wreck.
Yeah, that was a train wreck. So that's the only stumble so far.
Yeah,
that's the only. But Chris Cox, like he's been at the helm for like 1.5 years, 2 years.
Yeah, and it seems that I can't see the shiny card that's on the table, but Shake scooped to it.
Yeah.
But Danny seemed like he was in a commanding position right there. Knight 88, I do not know who you are in real life, but Danny says a lot of things. That's what I'll tell you.
He says a lot of things. That's the end all be all statement, right?
Yeah. I mean, Danny is a nice person who is pretty careless and says a lot of things, but with good intent behind it. Usually, most of the time, yes. But here we go into game 3. So I'm still looking for a team for Unified Modern. I have no idea what I'm gonna play.
Hey, come on, play with me. But no, I'll be casting.
You'll be casting. That's the problem. I would have asked you.
Hey, it's okay. Our team, right? We can always go like one game down. It's fine. We'll still win. Still win. Which means that two of you like have to win every single one of your games.
Round. That's like worse than a win in and that's like worse than every single win in the history of every Magic game ever.
Zhou Xiaonan asking, may I know who are commentating? Not really familiar with your nice voices, sorry. I don't think our voices are that nice.
Oh, the only other person
I do listen to the podcast.
Yeah. I sound like Darth Vader, but like higher tone, higher pitch.
Yeah, without the like sound. If you're just tuning in, you're watching our weekly Modern tournament here at Ogre Games. It's called Modern. My name is Mika, I'm one of your hosts, alongside the Magic God, Cass Ang.
That moniker will never go away, man.
Yeah, it will never go away.
I'm so upset.
Everybody has their nickname now. Like, it is customary. It doesn't matter, like, if we go on official broadcast, streaming, whatever not, you know, so we all have our monikers.
So the thing now is to wait for Modern season. Somehow I do well, win an RPTQ and a PPTQ, join Team Grey Ogre and have like my jersey printed with like the like,
Magic God.
Like the Magic God, then like Cass with the number 69 to be like super edgy.
69.
Yeah, it has to be edgy to represent the team.
Why is it 69 though?
I don't know. It means like you know when you're playing computer games, there's like those kids who like XX
Magic God
69. XX, you know. But here we go. Shake start opening up with a Street Rave into Fetch into Thoughtseize. I think that's a pretty strong start.
But
I might have waited a turn simply because he probably will not be able to counterspell. He might not want to waste a dispel on it.
Right.
And he will have one more card into it. So if he draws the Pyromancer now, you'll be able to take it away. And you can fake the 1 mana removal if he casts or 1 mana spell snare or anything dispel on your side.
That's true, yeah. Well, the spell snare is not going to catch a Death Shadow.
Yeah. But I mean, recently when I've been playing more and more, I feel like turn 1 Thoughtseize don't yield as much as like a turn 2 Thoughtseize, because usually your opponent plays a bit more loosely when they don't see a turn 1 Thoughtseize. They're like, okay, my hand is kind of safe. I don't have to like fake any kind of thing. I just lay my hand.
I don't go like Serum Visions on turn 1, right? I lay my Pain Land tapped. But here we go. Turn 1 with the Death Shadow. It feels it's unprotected. Yeah. I don't like it.
But what colors can actually? I mean, the colors that
burn like lightning bolts, right?
Yeah. So based on the Thoughtseize, he went for the Thoughtseize all in on turn 1 with turn 2 Death Shadow. Probably represents that he has the counter magic for like the lightning bolt.
The lightning bolt. So here Danny smartly playing around the lightning bolt. Yeah, that's why I like that's why I didn't like that play. Like you have to play around that lightning bolt. Like you didn't see it that last turn, but who knows? Danny might be able to draw it. Somebody now you pay 1. There goes. Oh, second stubborn denial. That's very nice. Okay, so he played a stubborn denial like really. He fired off that stubborn denial just so that he can get an instant in the graveyard because he's already got traverse the Uven wall.
Yeah, he's probably looking for another Death Shadow and a tap out. This leaves his Death Shadow way bigger. Leaves Danny with very little options to deal with the Death Shadow.
Yeah.
Because now he would have to like Cryptic Command bounce it.
Yeah.
That would be one of his outs. If not, he would have to Pyromancer next turn.
Yeah.
And
No,
another bolt or another one like Serum Vision to get tokens to block the Death Shadow. But from what I know, Shake's deck, if he didn't sideboard it out, I think he plays 1 or 2 Teamer Battle Rage just as like a surprise.
Surprise, getcha man, getcha.
So yeah, I think like usually people don't play around that because how are you gonna play around 1 and 2 Teamer Battle Rage? Like I hope it's in your hand, bro. So I think it's a really smart move just to splash 1 or 2 in it because sometimes just drawing it wins you the game.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I agree with that.
Yeah, and Shake just drawing really well, planning his game out really well as well.
Yeah, I like the sub denial play. I like that he just forced Danny pay 1. It's okay, but
Yeah, and I mean he had most of the information in what was in Danny's hand
already,
from the turn 1 Thoughtseize.
Yep.
So he knows he has a logic now. He has a Cryptic Command, but he expanded the rest of the unknowns for now. So now it's just a battle of what has he drawn? Yeah.
So let's see. Okay, so here I'm gonna help you get rid of one of your cards. Roast
doesn't really help because now the Death Shadow is already evaded at that point. It's at like 6 points.
I'm curious why Danny did not cast the
Logic Knot?
Not the Logic Knot. Well, maybe he could cast the Logic Knot, but the what's his name?
Snapcaster?
Snapcaster, yeah.
Man, I think you haven't played in a while, man. Like you see the pictures and like, what's the?
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, so I haven't played in a long time. Like I know what the cards do. I know what the cards do. I just don't remember the names anymore. Yeah, I haven't sat down at a table for a few months, man.
I should like just maybe me saying this would be better. I was gonna say like maybe for the monthly, you tell them like somebody else would stream and you should have a break and play. Yeah, but that sounds kind of bad because then we need somebody else to do it. Like somebody else can play. But yeah, Ilham, I think
Shake should play more conservatively. I don't know because he's got right now he's got the answers.
It seems like in his hand, most of his moves were well planned out ahead. Like he knew that the summon and now would buy him the mana, and then into traverse into the next Death Shadow.
Correct. Yeah.
Death Shadow couldn't be like dealt with because he's tapped out. So I think in a sense, although it looks like he's loosely like playing very aggressively, I think he's actually playing it smart. Because he's setting up a clock for the opponent where he can't cast Pyromancer and cast infinite amount of blockers to win the game for him. Yeah. So.
Alright, so Snapcaster into Serum
He has another bolt in his hand. Danny, don't be a noob. Just bolt him.
Is that double bolt?
He has bolt in his hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's one bolt.
Shake is probably responding to this bolt.
Second bolt, okay, so does take it down. There's probably going to be a fatal push.
What? Why? Oh my god, that's what? Okay, sure.
Yeah, you get rid of get rid of stuff.
I mean, he didn't have to do it now. He could have
waited.
Yeah,
waited for like Danny's turn, right?
He could wait. I mean, Danny could have waited for like Shake's untap. So he passed back to Danny's turn, passed back to Shake. Shake goes to combat, flash in the Snapcaster. Then just target maybe Cryptic Command and let your opponent decide because he can bounce and he can draw a card and prolong the game because now Shake is at 6 life and he has one more ball in his hand. Let's say you don't flash back the ball, you buy yourself enough time
you can,
in the long play. You play the longer game, right?
You can just like bolt snap bolt.
You can bolt snap bolt, but assuming that the problem with that is that if he had a fatal push, he's definitely gonna kill the Snapcaster and like be you for lethal.
Right.
But I think that he could have played like a longer game. Assume if he's not clearly playing around counter spells, he should have played a longer game. That's what I feel they should have done.
Alright, so Mana Ligda gets rid of the.
So now it's a top decking. He draws his third bolt for the game. So game could have ended, but it's okay. I think what's that card in Shake's hand? I don't recognize it.
There's a Stubborn Denial. There's. Hey guys, Fatal Push, and is that a Terminate? No.
It looks so shiny. I don't know what it is.
It looks so shiny.
Is he going for the Traverse? Is it a Traverse?
Nah,
And for all you people who bought your Mishra's Bauble at like $50,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, man.
It's so cheap now.
It's what, $8?
Yeah, I still have a foil Mishra's Bauble.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I opened like a Mana Crypt just now. It's the best thing ever.
Wow, what the hell?
Do you know it's like 110 US for the English one now?
What?
It's 110 for the US for English.
That's from Eternal Masters, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not even a book insert, by the way. This is Eternal Master Mana Crypt.
110
yeah,
USD.
Yeah. And break some people's legs, man. Okay, he drew a Goyf, which I think is
pretty good, I think.
Okay, so he has a Goyf, he has a Fatal Push, he has a Stubborn Denial and one blank that I cannot recognize for the life of me.
Okay, so Logic not here. Oh, Remand.
That feels...
Okay, I guess Danny just wants to draw the card, right?
Yeah, I suppose there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna try again. There's a Spell Snare. And Shake just lets it go.
Shake could have
waited, right? Yeah. No, but I mean, Danny drew the Spell Snare, so...
Yeah, if he top decked it, he top decked it. There's not much they can do about it. Right now, I think now it's a matter of top decking. Who top decks better? Because Danny has a bolt in his hand, but he has like blank threats.
He needs an Electrolyze and a bolt. He needs an Electrolyze or a bolt.
I don't think he'll play the... I don't think he has Electrolyze anymore post-board. Because there's not...
Right, that's not very good against Shake's deck.
Like 3 mana due to split with like a draw card seems kind of like not mana efficient, where you want to have a more tempo play in like post-board.
Alright, so here, fires off the Logic Knot, probably going to get rid of like most of his graveyard. So all he has to do is exile 5 cards.
So both players understand that they are basically waiting for the top decks.
Yep. Okay, and there goes the...
So if Shake follows it out with anything, he's like just dead. But to be fair, then he hasn't drawn a single threat. Not like besides the one snap caster is like 0 threats at all.
Yeah, man, that's pretty light on the threats.
Wow.
Okay.
So
that's going to be 6 cards. Yeah, that's going to be...
Wow, that's such a poor signal, because now you just left yourself to like no cryptic command, no real hard counter spells. What? He just he feel ruin the blue source land.
Okay.
Which is okay. I think that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, but you're letting your opponent like thin out the deck, right?
I think at that point it didn't matter, because Shake doesn't he has one breeding pool and he lost his Watery Grave, but he needs like one Snapcaster into Traverse or anything else. It doesn't have to be blue.
Oh, it's a Maelstrom Pulse.
Oh, Pulse is really okay. I think just set the Lily down.
Okay.
Because like Danny has basically shown that he has no other cards that he can play. I think why would he draw the Pulse?
No, you dropped the Maelstrom Pulse. I don't think the Maelstrom Pulse is any good at this point.
But it can prolong the game, I guess. Because now Danny has 0 creatures, you need a hard removal. You don't have to rely on Lily to minus, because you want to control his hand now.
Right.
You want to absolutely strip Danny's hand to like nothing, to blanks. So I think you kept the Pulse because you need a removal anyway. And even if it's inefficient, you don't have a Fatal Push. You only have Stubborn Denials in your hand, so it's not great.
Oh man, that's weird that he makes Danny drop a card. All right, so Stubborn Denial gonna keep his Tarmogoyf alive. Danny here needs a draw. He just needs a draw. A Cryptic Command will be awesome.
Danny is like a fart away from dying, and so is Shake. So this is like a top deck, because I mean he'll probably die before the A visions go off, so it doesn't really matter. So it's like 2-turn crucial.
I'm curious why Shake.
I think that's fine, because
why Shake like Stubborn Denial the bolt? He could go down to 2, no problem. I mean, even if Danny had like Snapcaster.
Yeah, you could probably still remove it. So I don't understand why either. It seems
He didn't have to take up the Liliana at all. Like,
I think he just wants to take it up to threaten like the ultimate, because the turn after the A visions go off, she'll be at 6, I believe, and she'll be able to ultimate.
no, but you're saving it for cryptic command that will
like
basically end Danny distant, right?
Yeah.
So the out that Danny has is a cryptic command. Like you can go down to 2, no problem.
Yeah. So Shake.
So Snapcaster, see?
Yeah.
And cryptic command. Tap down all your guys. Draw 6 cards. I'm probably gonna
win.
Yep. Tap down everyone. Bounce your Liliana.
I think he's not gonna bounce Liliana. Just watch. And because the Shake does plus the Liliana, I believe.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's true.
So I think that then he'll probably want to draw a card, because he goes 7 card. If he finds a Snapcaster, his third one that he probably plays in the deck, because this is second Snapcaster. Because the first one got counted. So he probably has a chance to draw the last Snapcaster in the last bolt. So now's the question: you definitely want to tap your opponent. You don't want to lose your only attacker.
Yeah. Okay. So Liliana resolves, discard a card. That's the Street Rave.
It's kind of
okay. All right. So
he taps it, but what's the last mode? So he taps draw.
Tap and draw. Yeah. Okay,
Then
so
he's
he draws
really
like 8 cards now. Like he draws 7 cards, which.
Yeah. If he draws nothing, it'd be quite funny.
And I don't think he drew anything.
Looks like a lot of lands. I see like Sulphur Falls, Cryptic Command.
So Cryptic Command will keep him in the game, but not much else. That's why, like.
So he has Vision, Snare, something, Cryptic Command, and whatnot. Yeah.
That's why I was like, man, that was
it's
weird.
It's really weird.
So Shake dropped the ball like right at the end. He shouldn't have ticked up Liliana. He didn't have to tick up Liliana. The only way that Danny has the out is to.
He could just attack first and just see what occurs from there. But then he would have still flashed at end of turn, I suppose. Because if you Liliana, you're not gonna Liliana minus on.
Oh, why
on
did he cast the? Oh man, he had lethal.
What did he cast?
Okay, so Danny had lethal. Like if he hadn't cast the Pyromancer.
Okay.
Oh, okay. If he hadn't cast the Pyromancer, so he could have swung in with the Snapcaster Mage.
Okay.
Bounce the Snapcaster Mage, cast it, then bolt you.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So yeah, missing lethal people.
That's why this is a thinking man's deck.
Did Danny just draw the Snapcaster Cryptic back into his hand? No. He drew another Cryptic.
He drew it
like
from the 8 visions.
Yeah, come on, man. 8 visions drew him like 8 cards.
Yeah, but that's why I will keep the pulse as well, simply because of this situation.
You can get rid of the.
Because the worst case scenario is you draw like Pyromancer, 2 Pyromancers, or another Snapcaster. In which case, at least your pulse kills both. And at least you open for
okay,
attack.
so the thing about a pulse is that it's slow.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason why you needed to keep the pulse. Like at that point in time, like Shake knew what the outs were for Danny, or Shake should have known what the outs were for Danny, and which were either a
Cryptic Command
or a Snapcaster into Cryptic Command.
Yeah.
So this is one of the things that you have to think about when you're playing Magic. Like when you are ahead, like the question you need to ask yourself is always, how do I lose this game? And Shake had the answers. Like he didn't have to take up the Liliana. I know, you want to get that bolt out of Danny's hands, but that bolt is gonna fly out of Danny's hands anyway. So, you giving up the fatal push, you giving up,
I think the mistake a lot of players make is that they feel that Lilianas should always be plussed, when there are some situations where the cards in your hands are way too valuable.
Yeah, then trying to get rid of your opponent's cards, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you have a Liliana and Tamagotchi on board and you're trying to zero it down to him having like a Cryptic Command in his hand, then plussing it doesn't do anything because he can just cast in response. If it's a counter spell, you already have lethal on board, so you don't even have to react to it.
Yeah.
So like in certain situations, you don't have to do anything at all. So I believe Shake just ultimate his Liliana, leaving Danny with 2 young Pyromancer tokens only.
Wow. Okay, and looks for another Death Shadow.
He's probably looking for another threat. Yeah. Really good. The problem here is that Danny has the one more cryptic command in his hand, so he's definitely gonna get 2 points in. But I don't think he'll fire it off now. Just wait for the just wait for the attack, right?
Yeah, he'll wait for the attack. Tap down his creatures. But then you give Shake the ability to draw. No, you do it at the upkeep.
Yeah, you could do it at the upkeep. But this has become a game where Shake is not in favor simply because of the 8 visions that went off twice.
Yeah,
for Danny.
That's
in that
6 cards, man. How do you come back from 6 cards?
Usually in that position, it's definitely the right move, but it feels very weak because the way he tapped his mana felt wrong as well. Because he left like 2 blue out, 1 Field of Ruins, and 1 mountain.
Right. At that point in time when he cast,
he could have just left 1 more blue out just to put that fear factor in, even if your hand is a blank. Yeah. So I think a lot of these nuances play a part, lah.
Oh, Shake going down to 1.
Wow, that's gangster, man. If your opponent has like a cryptic command, but he already declared attack. Or wait, did he cryptic command to tap down? Okay, and Shake extends the handshake over.
Come on, man! Like Shake should have.
Yeah. I think he dropped the ball on that. I think that was quite loose the way he played.
Okay, so the turning point was that Liliana activation, right? That should have been, not just the Liliana activation, but the following step, which was, the
Liliana into like spell snare, drop, fatal push.
Yeah,
I think that.
So that forced Danny to fire off the lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Which then Shake wants to preserve his life total. Then he casts the stubborn denial. But I think that was unnecessary because you take the lightning bolt, you go down to 2, no problem. What else does Danny have?
Yeah, I mean he's already expended 3 bolts, and he's casted 2 Snapcasters. So like he probably plays 1 more bolt, and he probably has 1 more Snapcaster at max. So you shouldn't be like playing around like almost improbable probabilities of things happening to you. But yeah, I think
he still had 2 Snapcasters in deck, so that was a high chance of drawing the Snapcasters.
Fair enough. But I think Shake played loosely because at the point in the game where you're both like top decking, you're hee ha ha, you're laughing and having a good time. You kind of play looser. That's what I feel. People forget this is a game. Just because it feels like a top deck wall doesn't mean one person's top deck isn't better than the others.
That's true. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, we are going for a short break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes time, so don't go away. But before we go, just want to remind you that you can join us on the stream, twitch.tv/Grey Ogre Games every Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Singapore time. Not so much Tuesdays anymore. Yeah. Standard boring. Standard lousy.
Actually, I heard that standard's kind of interesting.
Standard's kind of fun. Now the new standard's kind of fun.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't played standard in a while, and I heard the blue-white approach is back, so maybe.
Yeah, we like went back in time.
I mean, the one time I played blue-white approach, I casted blue-white, I casted approach, untapped and casted approach, and my opponent just stare at me like,
it's like, yeah, you can't do anything,
over,
right?
Like, what's happening, man?
You can also catch all the replays on youtube.com/Grey Ogre Games. And do support the show. All the links how to support us are in the description below. All right, we will be back in a short while, so don't go away. Hello everyone and welcome to our weekly modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. It's more than modern. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside the suit, Mr. James Church Morley.
It's good to be back, Mick.
We are back.
Had a invitational.
Yeah.
Have a week off.
Yeah.
We
earned that break, man. High five.
There you go. Yeah. Sort out, a little bit of life admin. Yep. And then back in the booth on the road to the 2018 Invitational. The long road begins now.
Oh man, it's going to be one whole year worth of casting. Yeah, if you regularly watch the stream, it's on every Wednesday night. We're going to start back up Tuesday night. I know we always say it's on Tuesday and Wednesday night. But we're going to start back up on Tuesday because Standard's getting a bit crazy. Standard's getting a bit wonkers. So yeah. Anyway, we're watching a match here between Jeff Ng on the left and Edward Koch on the right. And
so
Edward spawning them sleeves, man.
Yeah, and then basic swamp into Inquisition of Kozilek. And then Jeff's hand was 2 Brimaz.
Oh, yeah.
The King of Oreskos, I believe it is. And a Detention Sphere, a Spell Queller, and some lands. Blue-white lands. This is...
Not great.
This is... And Chalice of the Void, actually. This is not a deck that I've seen in Modern before with Brimaz.
It's like... Yeah, Brimaz is an interesting case study. Okay, let's bring it. Yeah, let's bring up Brimaz.
The first card hit on the road to the 2018 internationals, Brimaz, King of Oreskos.
God damn, Brimaz is like
the one and only time we bring this up.
Okay, so I don't know if you played Standard during Theros period, right?
No.
Do you know how Brimaz is back-breaking? Like this card, if unanswered, if you didn't have Hero's Downfall at that point in time, and like that was the only premium removal to get rid of Brimaz, like you're in trouble. But if you didn't follow up with like a Banishing Light the next turn, like you're in deep trouble. And Brimaz is it's so powerful. For 3 mana, you get a creature that's above the curve. It's 3/4, right? But then it's still got Vigilance, right? And then, well, it enters the battlefield. It doesn't do anything. But when it blocks or when it attacks, you put a 1/1 white cat soldier token with Vigilance onto the battlefield attacking. Notice it's not tapped. Yeah,
yes,
it just enters. Yeah,
it just attacks. Yeah.
Yeah, so it just attacks, and it's got Vigilance, which means next time you can attack and still leave it up. So, by all means, this card is supposed to be great. This card is supposed to be like amazing, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like,
so I think it suffers from a problem that a lot of good creatures have, is that they don't do anything when it doesn't do anything when it enters the battlefield.
Yeah,
it's just a big body, and it'll bring along some cats if it gets to attack or block.
Yep.
Now, the reality is that in Modern, if you want a big body, you probably go to Tarmogoyf, or your big body's a Gurmag Angler, which you can get out, for less, and it's bigger than Brimaz.
I know, but it goes wide. It's able to go wide. Well, okay, so if you want to go wide, Monastery Spear, you go, like Edward is playing the Mardu Pyromancer deck, you go Pyromancer, right? But it's such a powerful card. I don't know why it's not, not played more in Modern.
Yeah, it's
strange.
I just think the thing is, it doesn't really have a home. So the white decks in Modern, white is very much a powerful answer color.
Right.
So it gives you the powerful answers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but the decks that it goes into are like it's an Abzan, but they really only want it for, I guess,
the removal and kitchen things,
and
right.
potentially Lingering Souls, and then it's in Death Shadow, but again they only really want it for Lingering Souls. And then the white deck in the format is a mono white Eldrazi deck, a white black Eldrazi deck, or like
mono white like Hate Bears.
Yeah, and Brimaz doesn't really hate in the way that a Talia hates or a Leonin Arbiter hates. It's just an efficient creature. So it's interesting to see Jeff packing Brimazes.
Yeah.
And we'll see what the deck is interesting. So we've seen a Chalice of the Void.
Okay.
Then a tutor for another Chalice of the Void. And a second Chalice of the Void. So he's playing some sort of white blue prison deck, but with the 2 Brimazes.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. It's not something I've seen in Modern before.
So this is an interesting take on the deck. Like, okay, so Fatal Push there. Yeah. He's just going with Fatal Push to get more spells in the graveyard. I'm guessing he's got
Bedlam Reveler.
Yeah.
So he discarded a Bedlam Reveler to the Faithless Looting earlier in the game.
So there must be at least one more in hand, because like you wouldn't really discard a Bedlam Reveler
unless you had a second one. Yeah.
And this is strange. Like he's leaving up. He doesn't play his Lingering Souls, which is very strange. He could play the Lingering Souls, still leave up. Lightning Bolt
gets countered by Chalice of the Void.
Yeah, that does get countered.
Yeah,
good point. But Lingering Souls doesn't.
So. No, well, yeah, because I guess Chalice of the Void only looks at the casting cost rather than the flashback or alternative cost, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So yeah. And
so I'm pretty sure everyone knows that, right?
Yeah. And then so Mishra's Bubble for Jeff. Interesting. This deck is just full of stuff, just full of things. Mishra's Bubble,
full of things.
Chalice of the Void, Brimaz, some blue-white lands, got Celestial Colonnade.
It's got stuff.
He's Spell Queller in the graveyard. Like, what's going on here? What are we doing?
It's got things,
It's got things.
It's got some things.
I assume the basic plan, like with most of the Chalice of the Void decks, is play Chalice of the Void early, stop you like playing Magic, and then gradually find a way to beat you.
well, I guess Brimas is part of that answer.
Yeah.
Well, Geist is saying, well,
Yeah,
okay,
well,
so Brimas or Geist is in trough.
yeah,
Geist, right?
Geist, I think so.
Geist, you slam it on the table, like you can't deal with it.
Geist doesn't look that good in the face of Lingering Souls, though. That's the thing, you know.
True.
You just
That's
you know
true.
just throw both of the spirits in front of the Geist, and then well, you did 4 damage, but whatever. The bigger problem is the Geist.
That's true. That's true.
So
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, Fatal Push is Fatal Push is a card. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean,
Path to Exile is still a card.
I
But
think-
that's why you play the what you call it?
the Chalices of Void, yeah. Here we see a Bedlam Reveler. There we go. And you can discard 2 lightning bolts, which you can't play. Just reading Bedlam Reveler. Obviously not keeping up with the person on Moda who went 44 competitive
44
leagues.
wins.
You know, 220 wins.
Well, that's 44
leagues.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's 2 weeks ago. That's 220 games.
Yeah.
You know, 220 game wins in 5, you know, sets of 5.
Easy.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Easy.
Shane Boyle is asking, what card game is this? Well, the sleeves are probably from Wei Schwartz, but the card game is Magic the Gathering. If you heard of it, I don't. It's a small game. It's a very obscure game.
Relatively new, right?
It's you know, it's I don't know.
It's only the best gosh
hard,
darn
yeah.
game in the world.
Well, no, Hearthstone players will tell you no.
But they're wrong.
Hearthstone is the best, and then
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh players will come in and it's like, no,
But they're objectively
Yu-Gi-Oh is the best. Yu-Gi-Oh is the best. Yu-Gi-Oh is objectively the best. But I can tell you which one really is the best card game in the world. And it should have been Initial D. I don't know if we talked about Initial D before, but Initial D is really the best card game I've ever played.
I've literally never heard of this.
Oh man, it's by what's that? Tokyo Print? Tokyo, I
Okay.
don't know what's that. But anyway, yeah. Best card game ever. If any of you in the chat has ever played Initial D,
So
put your hands up.
So we've got a judge ruling, and Mick is being summoned from the booth to the feature match table. I think the problem is resolving around Mishra's Bubble. For those of you who don't know, Mick is the resident level 1 judge who's on standby on Modern Wednesday. So he not only oversees the production of the video and does the commentary, but he's also he's dispensing rulings, as you can see the hand of Mick on the screen at the moment. So we'll get his take on what's happening when he gets back to the booth. But you know, as you can see from the board state, pretty convincing position for Jeff at at the moment. Chalice of the Void on 1, Chalice of the Void on 2, Bedlam Reveler for Edward, but just sort of looks glumly at the Brimaz. Obviously Bedlam Reveler 3/4 with prowess. Brimaz a 3/4 that can block it and then brings a 1/1 vigilance token with it to block, so it can actually just take care of the Bedlam Reveler with no spells. And it looks like what's happened is there's been a random shuffle of Jeff's deck. I think that's something to do with the Mishra's Bubble. I think we're going to move on with the game state here. Yeah, the player's continuing. Jeff, I think, just considering his options, we can see in hand at the moment Detention Sphere, another Brimaz, and a Disallow. That's the 1 blue for counter target spell or activated ability. So Mick,
Yes.
back in the booth.
Yep.
What happened there? Something to do with Mishra's Bauble.
Yeah, okay. So, Mishra's Bauble. And I guess Jeff, Jeff not too familiar with the deck. So Mishra baubles during his turn. Goes to the opponent's turn. You're supposed to draw the card on the next upkeep that you crack the bauble. Yeah? So he didn't. And he let his opponent go the entire turn. And then it goes back to his turn and he draws. And then he says, okay, I'm going to draw for a bauble. And he draws the card immediately. And then Edward goes like, wait. You're supposed to draw that last turn. So this is, it's a mistrigger. It's a mistrigger for all intents and purposes. Right? So, and then Edward saying, yeah, okay, you can draw the card, whatever, the thing. So it is okay. It is regular REL, okay, but like I said, the rules are the rules. It is a miss trigger. If it's possible to go back and back up to the point where, okay, we go to this portion where, we back up, we go to this portion where you can do that thing to draw a card, whether it makes a difference or not. In this case, it almost doesn't make a difference, but we go back to, we have to go, we can't go back all the way.
Yep.
We can't go back all the way to Edward's turn because, Edward here, discarded cards and, he played that Bedlam Reveler, he does discarded cards and stuff like that. So, had that card on top been, I don't know, Path to Exile would have been counted anyway.
Yep.
So, it's a weird situation, but at the end of the day,
Yeah, and you saw that Jeff put the dice on, like, he obviously knew. Put the dice on top of his deck to go, right, remember to draw it. He thought it was his next upkeep. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the problem. So, now you'll never forget.
Yeah,
now's a good thing.
Mishra's Bubble, one of those weird cards from Cold Snap.
Right.
Where it's just like
delayed trigger.
Yeah, they would never ever make that card nowadays. Like, that's not a card they would ever make. So it's just the little nuances of it. It's next upkeep rather than your next upkeep. It's just a bit a bit strange.
And that's the main thing. Like, you have to what we call it, RTFC. I would like to
read the card.
Read the card. Yeah, I would like to call it RTMFC. That's the error.
Yeah.
That you commit. But it's generally a game rule violation.
Yeah, and we see here, Jeff had the detention sphere for the Bedlam Reveler, and then attacks the Brim as Edward puts 4.
Hello everyone and welcome back to our weekly Modern Tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. It's Modern. My name is Mick, I'm one of your hosts alongside the Magic God, Cass Ang.
What's up? And I think you're a brain fart there. Like, Modern Tournament, you pause and it's like more than modern. It's like, yes.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
This is the tournament's name.
This is the tournament. Now I was pondering between like introducing us first and then talking about Modern, but I digress. Let's introduce our players. It's Fu Pi Chun.
In green, though you can't see his face, is Fu Pi Chun, winner of SQ2.
Yep. And runner-up.
Yes.
Runner-up of the Invitationals. Yeah. I still pick the winning horse, man. Jeffrey Chan.
And on the right is Lim Wei Xiong in blue. Wei Xiong's playing Affinity, and Pi Chun is playing.
Of course, yeah. Pi Chun's got to be playing like the only deck that he plays, man.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a poor boy. He only has these cards. He's exactly these 75 cards.
Zusa is being reprinted, so that's kind of bad for value, right? Like, you try to sell a collection, and it's like, yup, most of my decks been reprinted recently.
Wow, man, yeah, that's like. Yeah. Anyway, Pichun is playing Amulet Titan. If you were wondering.
And he's using the blue Ugin Flame just to shove it in everybody's faces who don't have it.
Yeah, man. Oh, man.
It's so nice.
This was one of the playmats. Yeah. So. I like the playmats with this pose. So I came out to fight for the Liliana playmat.
Okay.
At the
the Veil, right?
Yeah, not the Veil.
Which one? Dark Realms.
Not Dark Realms. It's on one of the cards, the Dark Salvation, I think.
Okay.
Where she's like opening her
Eldritch
arms.
Moon.
Eldritch Moon one, and she's like, come to me, baby, and I'm like, yeah, I did. And so and then also the Ajani one, but the Ajani one not so fantastic. But same pose. He's got like the arms spread open. It's like, come at me, bro.
But this is like a blue color spirit dragon.
So nice. Yeah. And this is the alternate art for
the Ugin's
from
Fate.
the Ugin's Fate packs.
One of my friends opened it and then he sold it off. And he bought like a Japanese one for like $200. I don't even know the price of the card anymore.
Oh man,
it's like some ridiculous price, I believe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's quite expensive. I want to see whether there's the Ugin.
I don't think they show Ugin's Fate promos here in Gatherer. I don't think so.
Who knows? Maybe.
Oh, they show it. The first one display, just to shove it in everybody's face.
Yeah, shove it in your face that you don't have this card, and guess what? You gotta get this card.
I played the game state for the playmat. I lost in the finals. I was so tilted. I offered all my prize for the playmat. It's like no.
No,
It's like,
the playmat.
the playmat is bigger deal. It's like
Who's your opponent?
Liu Fei. He plays mostly at games here in Paya Lebar.
Right. Okay.
He used to play at like the Tampines store when I used to work there.
Mm.
But yeah, always lose to him because the shop is really small. The community is really small. So I always lose to him in the finals. Like I think KDK games day as well. I lost the finals to him. It's just life tilting. Like damn it, no.
You have like 0x against him, right?
Like the win percentage. Last time win percentage is like 0 or something. I believe so.
I know I play like Final Fantasy, and if I play against not Desmond, who is it? Who I have like 0 win percentage against.
It's just sometimes it happens. You just can't win against that guy.
I just can't do it, man.
It's not like they're Pro Tour winning players or like some Hall of Famer. It just can't win them. Somehow they always draw better than you. You always misplay, and you don't win your game.
Oh man.
Well,
Pichun here facing down a pretty nasty bot, but he's got Sakura Tribe Scout there, and
although it looks menacing, he doesn't have the cranial plate thing. He doesn't have the outbound, so it's not too bad. He's like 3 turns, and usually the deck can kill in like about 2 more turns from here. Because if he casts like Azusa and like and Tolerance and he transmutes it, he can just bounce the land. Because he can add the blue mana, bounce the land, and transmute it.
Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. He's gonna tap the Tolera West for mana. Lay what's that? The Simic Growth Chamber. Untap it, tap it, bounce it. Does he have Primeval Titan in his hand already?
No, but he can transmute for Summoner's Pact for it anyway.
Yeah, so this is probably how this turn is gonna go.
Yeah, this deck is so interesting. Every time I watch it, I feel like picking it up, and then like I can't imagine playing a GP.
You can't, you probably can't pull it off. I know for sure. Like we talk about like Thinking Man's deck. Yeah. Like this definitely not for Danny.
This deck you can probably play if you play a lot like Pichun. Eventually you like know the ins and outs like collector combi decks. But like your sequencing is so important, and I think it's a really bad pickup deck if you're playing a GP because 9 rounds of this will just utterly destroy you.
Yeah. Like this Storm. Yeah. What else? What are the Storm has more coverage. So the weird thing about these decks, okay, so like Pichun's deck is considered a rogue deck. Yep. Right. But it's so well established. Like it's the most well-known rogue deck outside of Boggles. Boggles is also a rogue deck, but like it's not as hard to play.
Yes.
And not as versatile as
one deck casts 1 mana, 1/1 hexproof and sticks enchantments on the other plays Amulet of Vigor, bounces lands and does math. You do the math, man, which is more complicated.
But yeah, I mean you think about it like this. Ooh, there we go. Simic Growth Chamber. So of all the decks, like this is probably the hardest to play.
Yeah, like you lose to yourself if you're tired. Like if you forget what you're gonna play.
Oh wow, Vesuva.
Yeah,
Summoner's Pact. Here we go.
So it's just gonna lay the Titan and like smash.
All right.
Because at this point, the game, I think the game ends on next turn. If like Pichun doesn't die,
he might be able to end the game this turn. So Boros Garrison, yep, for the
amulet.
Vault of the Archangel. He's gonna bounce 1 more land to his hand. And so here's the decision, like do you, because you're gonna get more mana after this. After this attack you're gonna get more mana.
You need to sink it into the what's that land called? You can sink it into like Classic Wolf Run or the Sunhome of the Legion, is that what it's called? Can't remember for the life of me.
The Sunhome, yeah. Just I know it as Sunhome, like that gives it double strike.
Usually when the Titan comes out and I play against Pichun and I try to interact with it and he shows me the pack, I usually just scoop because like, why put yourself through the agony? You know he's a well-known player who plays this deck. He's not gonna like
I know I'm thinking 16 this turn, it's okay.
Like he's not gonna flop the sequence, he's not gonna fake it against you. So usually at this point I just scoop. I'm like, okay, I think you have it, Why do I try?
And the worst part is that he's got the Sakura Tribe Scout on the battlefield already. Like if you don't get rid of it during your turn, like you're screwed.
Yeah. Basically. And he has enough blue mana to pay for the pack now as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's not a problem. You see that's the problem. Look at his expressions, like damn, did I take the wrong lens? He like does the neck like Yeah, this is why, even though it's very nice, it's very amazing to watch Pichun play the deck well.
It still, it still takes him like brain juice to actually.
So when he
work
wins
the
like
deck.
the modern SQ and stuff, and he beat me into my win and in for top 8.
Mm-hmm.
I hate you. It's very how do I say it? It's very inspiring to see somebody play so well.
You get
for so many rounds.
awestruck,
Yeah,
right?
awestruck,
Like,
yeah. That's the
like you have no outs, and then no, you have one out.
I've played him to that scenario before, and it's like he looks at me and thinks really hard. Like, I think I win. Then I'm like, oh please no.
It's like you corner him to, like you back him up into a corner and say, you cannot win from here. Oh yes, you can. Oh,
yeah. And there's the problem interacting with this Bloom, the amulet deck, is that there's not enough way to remove so many combo pieces.
Right? Yeah.
Like you can't remove all the amulets, you can't remove all the Azuzas because the effects sort of replace each other in a sense.
And they're so fast. Like it's not just whether I can remove it or not. Like it just happens so damn quickly.
And I mean he's gonna transmute for another Titan, and he's gonna okay.
Okay.
That's an interesting line of play.
EE.
That's fine because he can nuke the ball, right?
Yeah.
There's one of the card where the camera glare is way too bright, but Vault Scourge, Ornithopter, 2 Vault Scourge and something with a counter on it. I can't see.
Outbound Ravager, okay. So yeah, we're gonna get rid of the.
He probably puts it at 2 because the modular stack goes on. It has to resolve one at a time, so it just blows up the whole board.
Yeah, but Wei Song here has a welding jar, so he can save one of his guys. But that even then,
he's so far behind. Like he has the pack in his hand, even though Wei Xiong doesn't know it. He Summoner's Pack. He has basically shown you that he just doesn't need to die on this turn. He transmutes for the EE. I mean the engineering explosives.
Yeah. So like Pichun is playing for the long game. Like he's not,
he's not rushing. He doesn't need to combo off like on the turn itself.
That's why.
So this is why I even though I may hate him for killing my winner, he doesn't rush it. He knows how to play to his outs.
Yeah.
He doesn't like miss lethal by not bouncing his own Snapcaster, bolting again, that kind of thing. The nuances that matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
and this comes with you practicing with the deck, right?
And like you were talking about it, like Danny about game 1, like he practices, he tries all these different decks. The one thing I don't agree is that I think Modern is deck where if you choose a decent deck, not like Boggles.
Not like
I don't know why I'm hating Boggles so much today.
Boggles is like the theme of the night.
But yeah, if you play a decent deck and you consistently practice and play well, and you practice with good players, you will be hopefully as good as Pichun. You play a rogue deck and you play it well, and you will get to places. You will get to top 8 consistently. You will at least do well.
And you don't even have to play a rogue deck. Like look at
Arno.
Like Arno plays Jun. Like full stop. Like he plays Jun. And so good at the deck, like okay, I replace a few pieces. Here. Oh, Collective Brutality came out. I'll just put a few in
his
the
whole deck is 4. You can probably down pay like a second-hand
nice
car or something.
No, probably a house.
No lah, I mean maybe.
Maybe.
But yeah, so that's the thing. So my problem with Danny is every time he asks me to playtest a deck, he picks like the flavor of the month, like vanilla is the flavor of the month, or like chocolate is the flavor of the month. And then he plays it and he's like, this deck is kind of bad. I'm gonna switch a deck. Then he switches deck. Then he goes to the GP and crashes out and he's like, I picked the wrong deck.
But like, you need to know the nuances of the deck, especially when it comes to Modern. Like like what you were saying, like you have to be comfortable with the deck.
You can't play a deck that's not suited to your playstyle. Like you can't play an aggro deck when you're usually a control player. Because the change in mindset is really, really different. It's really difficult to adopt. It's not something like you just pick up and go.
You'll just kill yourself. Like I mean, like literally kill yourself. You go outside in the snow, take a knife,
that's really hard.
Stick it in.
Are you having a tough time at work? You should talk to somebody about it.
No. On the contrary, I like living. I like existing. I never want to die.
Yeah,
I want to live forever.
Maybe not forever, man. Like
no, I want to live forever. I want to see the heat death of the universe. Then I can die.
Do you really want to be like 200 years old and be like?
No, that's not 200 years old.
Okay,
that's
maybe,
like 200 million
so
years old.
200 million years old, associating people with like dabbing and YOLOing and that is just
that'll be fine.
Mind blowing. It takes so much self restraint to not tell somebody to like wake up their idea when they're like, I took the MRT today and I almost lost my mind. Like
Why?
Some people also walk down the stairs from Ocean Park to the purple line.
Oh yeah.
So if you walk down the stairs, the speed of the crowd dictates by who's in front and how fast they're walking.
Yep.
So there was these 2 people right in front of me. just holding hands and walking slowly while everybody behind them suffers.
Dude, you're in Outram Park. Like,
no, but you see, that's the problem. Like, they have no self-awareness, man. Like, if you know you
can I just push you down, please?
I'm not gonna push them down. I want to tell them to, like, you know, walk. I mean, I'm not gonna swear on street, but walk as fast as you can or get out of the way. You're wasting everybody's time. You know,
you could just like tap them on the shoulder and say, "Excuse me." Like that's polite. That's polite.
At the point of time,
that's a polite way of saying "Get the F on my way."
At that point of time, my anger is boiling. Like, I would push them so I don't touch them. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of things like. People just staring at their phones while walking. Hey man, if you want to do it, walk at the side. Don't walk in the middle of the road.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
That's one of my pet
people
peeves.
Just like blindly walking through the streets, man. That's what pisses me off the most.
So yeah, Pichun here fires off the explosives,
and he hasn't fired off the welding jar, so he'll probably do it next turn.
Oh, he needs to hit the welding jar, right? The outbound Ravager is at 2. Right.
Yeah, I suppose. But I don't think he's going to lose if he doesn't draw the Ink Wall. Of course, like, Pichun's at 14. So him, like, randomly blitzing Pichun to death is not very possible. Like, you have to have, like, 3 Galvanic Blasts in your hand and, like, 3 red mana source.
Yeah.
And him not blocked with a Primeval Titan, which is even weirder. So I don't think he's going to be dead. Yeah, because his only out is the Ink Wall Nexus and, like, just killing him in, like, a turn.
Yeah.
But it looks like Pichun's hand is pretty stacked.
And like, you know, he can look for Classic Wolf Run. Yeah. He can look for so many things like Sunhome. Sunhome is like the deadliest thing that that Pichun couldn't look for.
And you know the strange thing about this, the amulet decks and any deck that rams, is that a lot of cheaters play. Like there's a famous clip on YouTube where the guy is like laying extra lands and then like like the judge like doesn't even see it, like slips in the land. I think he like summer blooms and he lays like extra lands like, and the opponent doesn't count because he's like, I'm probably gonna die. And then he like, oh no, I casted this. Then like, you know, everybody on YouTube is like, this guy is cheating. It's quite a famous clip actually. I think the guy got banned for some amount of time for doing it.
Is he Portuguese, by the way?
I'm not very sure actually.
Man, I kid.
But yeah, sometimes when you play against these uninteractive decks, you tend to not pay attention because you assume you're dead.
Yeah.
But you should pay attention just in case, you know, some shenanigans is happening.
6/8 flyer. Bang. Gets a double strike.
Ouch.
Simic Growth Chamber and what is that? Oh, the Gruul turf, yeah. And bounces back to okay.
Maybe the way to beat Pichun is you talk to him to death. Like after he packs, you just keep talking to him. Like I pass the turn, it's like I'll keep drawing. Oh no, you dead.
What did I do?
He didn't even bother. He didn't even bother untapping his land just now. It's just like I pay for pact.
Yeah. You gotta try to distract him and cause him not to pay for the pact, which you'll never do. By the way.
Yeah, I mean, some people are more precautious. Like they put the dice on top of the deck. It's just to make sure, you know, they don't forget. But Pichun's just like, nah, I'm gonna remember.
Yeah, I always remember the pack.
Maybe it's like the Batman origin story. Like he lost once to the pack. It's like never again.
Oh no, he puts Pichun puts the dice on the top of his deck for pack.
Oh okay. Yeah, but Wei Xiong just did.
Just like we just talked about it.
Oh, you cast a lot of 1/1s. Let me transmute for EE.
Let me turn to a
Primeval Titan.
Let me turn to a Primeval Titan for you, shall we?
So that's the thing. Like, if there's one card that should have probably been considered for banning, is Primeval Titan in the long run.
No,
in the long run.
No, come on, dude. Primeval Titan is already banned from like every other format.
Yeah, and there's a good reason.
It's banned from the format where it's most fun. There is EDH.
I don't. Right? Oh. But I mean, people do a lot of
people
unbalanced things with lands.
Yeah, see, that's why it has to be banned in EDH.
Yeah, but they're doing exactly the same thing. They're doing unbalanced things in modern with.
Yeah, but you have to have like the amulet. You have to have.
You can either have one. You can either have Scapeshift or you can either have Titan. You gotta pick one. You can't have both. If you have both and you have Through the Breach, that's just not fair.
That's not fair.
It's not too fair. Yeah, I don't like. Dying to like random like Siemens Spirit Guide Through the Breach Titan into Scapeshift.
Do you like dying to like Scapeshift? Not Scapeshift. Sorry, Through the Breach Amraku. Same thing.
But usually I die on the spot. If he Through the Breach of Primeval Titan, I don't die on the spot. If he escape shifts me, I die on the spot usually. Primeval Titan kind of like slow and steady death. Like I get 2 more lands. I attack 2 more lands.
I get 2 more Balakuts. So yeah.
So you die in like 3 turns, but you don't usually die on the spot, which is why I say you can only pick one. You can only have escape shift or you can have Prime Titan. Can't have both.
Man, that's weird.
Yeah, I just don't like the card, man. Prime Titan has caused me so much grief and anguish over like playing Modern.
You see, this is why you play white. So you got like Path to Exiles. Come on, folks.
But you give him another land, which, you know, furthers his goals, right? Isn't that a problem? Like, here I got 1 more land for my escape shift. Oh. Like, that's kind of bad, man. It's kind of bad. But yeah, I mean, Primeval Titan.
Yeah, Primeval Titan is like the only thing I cannot interact with. Like playing Modern, it's so difficult to interact with, but it's only played in like 2 decks.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a 6/6, right? Or is it a 5/5?
6/6.
You know, if they made it a 5/5, maybe, because you know most of the creatures can block 5/5s, right? Smashers, Gamma Anglers,
Tractors.
Tractors.
Yeah.
But no, they made it a 6/6. You know, just so that you lose a value trade, like you 2-for-1 him, just so you suffer more.
And then he saves it. And then tramples.
Yeah,
and the damage tramples over. Like, I'm gonna bolt your one guy, and then
if I would concede that if he was a 5 mana 6/6, but only came in to play and look for 2 lands, that'd be fine. If he attacks every time,
5 mana for 6/6.
Okay, 6 mana 6/6 with enter play only, look for 2 lands, put in the play straight. I'll be okay with that. Every time you attack, no, that's not cool, man. Like even Sun Titan's not that oppressive. Like,
oh man, Sun Titan can be super oppressive.
Yeah, but you don't play 4 off and there's no you have no reliance on it for escape shift, like instant death. So yeah, that's the thing. So every other Titan besides Prime Titan is okay. Prime Titan is just like the bad kid of the bunch, man.
Yeah, it's the most. Well, it's obviously the most powerful. Like the fact that you can look for any land, right? Like the rest of them require some setting up, with the exception of, let's say, only Sun Titan needs setting up.
Yeah.
But once if you set up a Sun Titan, like it becomes super oppressive too.
Yeah, So
like
they both
weird control deck with like
4 Spreading Seas and 4 Detention Spheres, and you just eat everything alive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Prime Titan is just such a dick. I'm sorry, I had to swear. It's really
dick
powerful.
of a card.
Hey man, if there's a legacy deck called lands, don't you think that a card that gives you 2 lands into play from your library, attacks and gives you 2 more lands from your library, is kind of broken. I mean,
is Primeval Titan play in lands? No, right?
No, it's banned. I'm quite sure it's banned because it's just crop rotations.
Yeah, it's not banned, but you have crop rotation.
Yeah, you crop rotation and drop your whole hand full of lands anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, crop rotation is the bomb, man. If I have money, I'll build a lands legacy deck. That's
crop rotation is cheap, man.
Okay, I think that was okay. No, I wasn't doing that list. But yeah, crop rotation is cheap, but Tabernacles, man, I don't have $1,000, bro.
Yeah, no.
I can't sell my Goys and my Magic collection to buy 1 Tabernacle and not build a deck. That sounds bad.
There's legal in Vintage and Modern.
Okay.
And Legacy.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So
yeah,
still legal.
It's legal in the formats that have more powerful cards. Yes.
The most powerful cards, right?
I mean, you're just competing with Lotuses and dual lands and crop rotation, exploration, just saying. But a pretty explosive start here from Wei Xiong.
Yeah, when you can drop like 5 cards on turn 2. Actually, I expect Affinity to be dropping 4 cards on turn 1, and then the remainder of the hand on turn 2, or at least have 1 last card in hand on turn 2.
This Affinity is, but see, the thing is, a lot of people feel of Affinity is kind of messed up. I kind of feel it's okay because they drop a whole bunch of 1/1s. They need the crucial pieces like Arcbound, they need like Inkmoth, they need Cranial Plating to make it all like gel together. So it's not too broken. So,
it can get fast. I mean, like, it can get like super fast. You drop a whole bunch of Memnites and Omnitopters with a Signal Pass on turn 1. Like, that's a lot of damage on turn 2.
You see, the thing is, every deck has a nut draw, but like Affinity's nut draw isn't like insane either. There's ways to beat it. Right? If you have like Ping Jan and both decks drawing nut draws, the Jan or the Abzan or any other deck that has a fair amount of removals will probably make it out alive.
Okay.
So I think Affinity is a pretty fair deck, and it rewards playing well as well, which is a good thing. Because if you play loosely, you just drop your whole hands like, nothing's gonna happen. You're gonna get like Rest in Peace Stony Silence, sorry. Yeah. And then you're gonna like explode. Yeah, exploding is a bad way to die, I guess.
Yeah. I suppose so. Drowning is a bad way to die.
Yeah,
I think that sucks.
Okay, we're going in dark places, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Magic.
No, man. I want to. Okay.
Okay,
So
so
Pichu here, wow, super slow start.
Lara West. Okay.
He's got like a handful of lands and Primeval Titan. That's about it. But you know, Wei Song has the cranial plating. Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's a big guy.
Chief Architect.
7, 6 plus 1. Yeah.
Yeah, this is probably why he kept the hand, I guess.
Yep.
He probably drew into like extra Glimmer Void and the Darksteel Citadel, but looks like his hand was roughly that.
Yeah, there's not like
I think
Pichu here just has like a really bad draw.
Yeah, it's questionable why he kept the hand, but we can't see the hand entirely in its entirety. It's hard to say.
He needs a blocker now, or he is dead next turn. Full stop.
Yes. He could transmute into like Anger of Gods, but he needs a second raid as well.
How do you transmute the
Oh yeah, you
can.
can.
You can.
Forgive me. But yeah, I don't think he has a lot of outs at this point of time.
And Master of Ethereum is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 6/6.
Yep.
No, sorry, a 7/7. 1, 2, 3,
If he
4, 5,
activates
6, 7, yeah.
the morph as well.
No, if he activates the morph, then it's a 8/8.
Oh.
There's 2 citadels
Okay.
on the battlefield.
Not looking good for Pichun.
Yeah.
But once again, I think so. The thing with the stream is we can't see their hands. We're not like the Proto. We hire guys to like just stand behind them.
Right?
Keep track of like the hands and stuff.
Somebody to push the life up, push the life down, and just report back to the control room, and then a separate production team. Yeah, Pichun just scoops it up right there.
I think he either kept like a okay hand, but wasn't like fantastic. And
I think Pichun there, he mulligan once already. So this deck, while the deck does mulligan well, I think that hand was okay because he had Amulet of Vigor, he had Bounce Land, and he had the Fountain of Youth, Radiant Fountain, right? It will gain him like 4 life, which is great. And you gotta wait. You still gotta wait until turn 6 to cast that Titan.
Yeah, but I guess he could have drawn like into a nut hand because he had a hand that was although quite different. Had the basic setup. He had like Bounce Land. He had a Tolero West. He had the Amulet of Vigor in play. So it wasn't too far off from how Game 1's board was set up. So maybe he was hoping to draw into it. And
I mean, like we saw the Dismember as well. So
yeah, but so painful. You got to deal with the Chief Architect, Master Ethereum. Sorry.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of Chief Architect. I don't know why.
Chief Architect is a good card. I haven't seen this card being played too often. Chief Engineer.
Chief Engineer. That's the card.
Chief Architect is a very different card. I think more maybe like Unglued.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but Chief Engineer, I believe that people once thought that this would be the card that would enter Modern. When it released in N15, I believe. Simply because artifact spells can convoke. But I think World of Invention is way, way better
than Chief of.
Yeah, because it doesn't have a body, so it can't die. And
That's
World of
true,
Invention instantly looks for an answer for you. But game 3, hopefully Pichun's hand won't be as bad and we can see some magic again. Yeah, I mean, see, instead of Summer Bloom, they should have banned Titan. Yes. Who cares about your sales?
Where's the payoff? No. Then there'll be even worse. Then there'll be like the Bloom, Summer Bloom, and what's that? Escape Shift.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you go like turn 2 Summer Bloom, you play those additional 3 lands. So you can play additional 3 lands, right?
Yeah.
And then you Summer Bloom again. Or you don't even have to. So turn 2 Summer Bloom, lay additional 3 lands, so you got 5.
Yeah, that's true.
You lay 1 more, and then you escape shift.
Hey man.
Great.
Okay.
Great, huh?
If he has that.
No, then you Omen, what's it, Prismatic Omen, and you escape shift.
If he has the hand, you gotta give it to him. That's why.
That's
it's exactly like the scape shift. How scape shift works anyway. If he has it, he has it anyway. Am I right or wrong?
No, you can stop scape shift, spell pierce or whatever not. Like you can stop the scape shift.
That is true.
You also can stop Primeval Titan. Unfortunately, Primeval Titan enters the battlefield, already looks for 2 lands.
Yeah. What other card does that for you, by the way?
No. Bloom has to go because Bloom helps to activate all these decks. They enable all these.
Hashtag should I ban both?
Should ban everything. Just
Wow,
ban everything.
wow, the whole hand. Paradise Mental as well.
Oh my gosh.
Why Paradise Mental though? I actually can't
What's
remember.
that? Parallax Mental?
Paradise Mental.
Oh, that's the one that produces mana.
Yeah.
Makes your guy into a Birds of Paradise. Are you sure that's a Paradise Mental or a Ghost Fireblade?
Oh, is it Ghost Fireblade from Fate Reforged, the Ugin's promo? I know he has it. Maybe I'm looking at it.
Oh no, it's
Oh,
a Paradise Mental, yeah. Let's bring it up. Like this is a card that we don't see very often.
All I know is buy this. Every time I see it, I know we'll pay money for it, but I have actually no idea what it does. I see in like the what's that deck? The one with Shram and the Pale Steel Paladin.
Oh yeah.
The Dudley deck.
Yep.
Like
Yeah, that's a strange one.
Yeah, that's really weird to play. Like, it shouldn't be in main board either. Like your Springleaf Drum, right? Like,
Yeah, exactly. Well, Springleaf Drum costs 1, so I
well, we
guess.
have to keep for 1, right?
Well, you could keep going. You could just like tap your entire team, and like just keep passing the Paradise Mental around.
Yes.
Which is kind of dumb, lah. But I mean, like,
you
can do it.
You have the Girapool, what's that? The electric fence thing where you tap to other
Girapool Aether Grid.
Yeah, you have that, but why not just tap for mental, right, and pass it along? Yes, mate. Good stuff, man. But I think
Come on, coming up with ideas. Come on.
I mean, no one said it wasn't an idea. This is a bad idea, man. But Peach Content, it looks like he has is it a truck class? Am I looking at it wrongly? Man, we should really get people dedicated to just stand behind and tell us what the cards are.
Like, and whisper into our ears, right?
Oh, it's Prime Titan. Oh, look at him lay the Prime Titan and get a hit in the game again. It's gonna
No,
happen.
but he's
2 land short.
Yeah. Way too short right now.
I think, see, the problem with the deck is that if you draw Titan, you're much slower. Like, if you draw Pact, you're so much faster. Because it instantaneously enters the field. It solves your mana problem.
What do you mean pack?
Like, Summoner's Pact?
Oh, right. No, Summon's Pack, you gotta cast it, man.
Yeah,
you puts it in your hand, and after that you just cast it.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, it's a tutor. You don't have to draw it. Like, if you play Summoner's Pact, you're thinning your deck by 1. If you draw all your Titans and draw Pact, then you got nothing Pact for, right?
I thought the other card in his hand was Sakura Tribe Scout. Yeah, it is.
Maybe he doesn't want to cast it. It's very strange. But he needs lands now. His three cards in hands aren't lands at all.
Yeah, Wei Song here not applying enough pressure as well. He's only been he's dealing 2 damage a turn. That's really not enough.
If I'm playing against an affinity player and he's dealing 2 damage a turn, I would be so happy.
Yeah.
I'll be like
yes.
Yes.
Thank God. The best thing ever. Oh man,
okay.
Rex Sage.
That's a pretty interesting line of play.
Okay, so he gets rid of trying to get rid of the Signal Pest. He'll still have to pay for the
pact.
For the pact.
But he has enough mana, so it doesn't really matter, right? Oh damn, what's this?
Oh, what?
Condescend?
Yeah.
That's
whoa. Wow, that's interesting.
I guess Pichu might have been playing around it. It feels like he was. I don't know. But wow, that is a really sick draw. I'm sorry.
No, he got the scry too.
Yeah,
he got the scry.
But he pushed 2 down, right? He might draw like.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He might draw like another Omnitopter and like just. broke out. He went from taking 2 to like taking like, what's that 6? He took 10 in that turn.
Yeah.
Damn, that's nasty.
Wow. Okay, so Wei Song just you know.
And it's like obliterated him with like a cranial plating. Yeah, so once again about being fair, they have to draw it at least, so it's not all too bad.
He could say he's cried. He did that 2 draws.
How many affinity players are you gonna play around like Condescend like, oh, he left up like two lands and a Paralyzed Mental. Oh, let me play around Condescend with this. You're not gonna play around there, so yeah.
Sure. Alright, we are going for a break. We'll be back in about 20 minutes time, so don't go away. But just before we go, want to remind you that you can join us on the stream, twitch.tv/GreyOgreGames every Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Singapore time. If you like Final Fantasy, well, also on Fridays. I think I don't know.
Do you
I should still, I don't get to play anymore.
That's
I
the
just
life.
Full stop.
That's the life of a caster, right?
Yeah. No. street shoutcasters, they still get to play. Like they play that PUBG. They play that Monster Hunter, which I'm playing right now.
I was thinking of playing Monster Hunter, but
got your PS4, right?
Yeah, I have a PS4.
Hey, come on, Monster Hunter.
But then there's Final Fantasy the CD.
Oh, it's not.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I
don't know. Monster Hunter kind of looks like it looks like a grindy game. I hate games that.
It's not a grindy. Dude, have you played Monster Hunter before?
No. No, but I've heard of it. Like you want to craft the armor, you gotta kill the beast. This big guy like X number of times to hope he drops your loot X number of times.
Okay, that part is true.
Yeah.
But the fun is in the hunt.
Okay.
And the fun is in the hunt together. Go get it. Let's go and play. Yeah, 4 players. I've already got like 3 in my squad.
Okay.
So
I mean, I'll think about it, man. I don't know. It's like $100.
Let's get it
tonight.
Tonight midnight.
No, man. I don't have the
Tonight
money
midnight
to expand
we are playing. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, YouTube.com/GreatOgreGames and do support our channel by buying some merch on eBay. Yeah.
We have merch on eBay?
Yeah, we have merch on eBay. All the details are in the Twitch channel, the description. And
yes, please buy more stuff so we can hire people to stand behind the players to take note of what cards they have so we can commentate properly. And we don't have to like talk about other stuff.
Alright, we'll be back, so don't go away.
Bye.
Hello everyone and welcome back to our weekly modern tournament here at Great Ogre Games. It's more than modern. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside the suit, Mr. James Church Morley.
Round 2, we got Jeff back on camera.
Yeah, because
we liked it so much.
We love the deck.
And it wasn't just because he was put on the feature match table by the pairings.
Yeah, it's we actually, you know, Super H, we're gonna make your birthday wish come true. Yeah. I don't think it's your birthday wish. But anyway, it's Sulaiman versus Jeff Ng. Sulaiman declined to give his family name because he said, man, it's too long. It cannot be longer than De La Clergerie.
De La Clergerie.
Can't
be much longer than Church Morley either.
No, De La Clergerie is...
It's close. It's close. We're close.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Church Morley
13,
is only
13 with the hyphen.
Is it? Oh,
yeah, 13 with the hyphen.
That's cheating. Hyphen's cheating. Yeah. Anyway,
it's
Chalice on 1.
Wow,
sure.
Chalice on 1 versus the Storm deck.
All right.
Not bad.
I don't know if this is Storm deck.
Wait, hang a second.
Jeskai something. You know,
I spoke too soon.
Yeah, Super H was like, oh man, you know, this is gonna be cool. It won't be as long as Mulia 1. Yeah, well, no, Mulia 1's okay. Mulia 1 is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
8 letters.
9.
9? No, 8.
3. Yeah.
8.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, Isolated Chapel. Never see Isolated Chapel in Modern.
Never.
Come
on, no.
Only Jeskai decks are playing it. We never see Jeskai decks on stream. Never. I don't think I've seen a Jeskai deck on stream before.
I've seen plenty.
Yeah, maybe you have. I haven't. It's like the Death Shadow. I never saw Death Shadow. And then you turn up at the invitation, everyone's playing bloody Death Shadow one way or another.
They're playing Death Shadow. Nobody's playing Burn.
Yeah. No one's playing. Everyone on a Wednesday is playing Burn.
What is going on?
Oh wow! He's cast the old Serum Visions into the Chalice of the Void.
Yep.
Maybe it's just testing to see if Jeff would actually go, hang a second.
It's a trigger, by the way, just saying. So, it's a clifftop retreat, not but anyway, yeah, you know, just Chalice of the Void is a trigger. So if you miss the trigger, you know, it's too bad. You gotta remember your triggers.
Yeah, you're a big proponent of making people remember the triggers.
Oh, for sure. You know, I punished them the first time. They will never forget.
Never forget.
Never, ever.
Hashtag never forget.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to forget your triggers. Because, like, it's so easy in Modo. Like, it's so easy because they put it all on the stack for you. It's like
so easy in
it's
arena. Hashtag spoiler. Can't talk about it. It does everything right.
It does everything for you. So
it's easy. Modo is easy mode, apart from the fact that it's really difficult to use and cumbersome and looks ugly.
Yeah. And and you might just so here's the skill that you need to to gain when you're playing Modo, which is click properly, click OK, play a bit faster. Which you can just accidentally stack your triggers all the wrong way, because in real life all we have to say, okay, so this one resolves last.
Yep.
And then like it's okay. But in Modo, no, you have to click stuff, and if you click wrongly, like game's definitely not gonna go your way. Sulaiman there also playing a lightning bolt into the chalice.
So I'm wondering what he's doing. What is he just filling up his graveyard for something? But I don't know what that something is.
Please tell me.
Is it Bedlam Reveler?
No, please tell me it's Psychic Spiral. Man, that would make my day.
Spiral.
Psychic
Is
Spiral.
That 4 and a blue from Return to Ravnica? The thing that
5 and a blue.
No.
Come on,
hang a second.
Psychic Spiral is also the name of
4 and a hang a second. 4 and a blue.
4 and a blue, alright.
Shuffle all cards from your graveyard into your library. Target player puts that many cards from the top of his or her library into his or her graveyard.
Oh, please, come on, please.
This was a sideboard card in Return to Ravnica Standard, wasn't it?
Yes,
you bring it in for the super long games and then just go for Psychic Spiral for 25.
Yep. You play against control. So once they like
this was Nephalia Drownyard when the only win con was Nephalia Drownyard.
Yeah, and they were like, I'm gonna drown you out. I'm gonna drown you out. And nope, you're not. I'm gonna drown you out.
Yeah, those were the Halcyon days of Magic.
Man,
weren't
so
they?
fun.
Back in Angel of Serenity. Drag Tusk. Oh gosh.
What's that? What's the Sphinx's Revelation?
Sphinx Revelation.
Gosh. Detention Sphere was still legal.
Sphinx's Revelation exists. It's just on an actual Sphinx now.
Yeah, that's true. Pretty bad, but it's true. Still dies to so many things. Dies to so many things.
It is interesting in the chat, filling his graveyard for search to Azcanta. And feeding
cute.
Delve for dig.
Oh, dig through time?
Definitely
for sure. Dig through time. For sure, man. And then I will have to go over and we'll stop the game and then we'll put on a replay due to technical difficulties. Well, actually, just to discuss, because nothing's happening on the battlefield right now, just to discuss what would happen in that scenario, is that the game would end right there and then.
Would it?
He would get a game loss for illegal deck, okay, and then we're going to replace those 4 cards, or how many ever
his
illegal
8 copies
cards.
of dig through time.
Yeah,
because you're playing illegal cards, you're playing 8 copies.
You might as well just go for it, right? Oh no. Sorry, 4 copies of Dig Through Time and 4 copies of Treasure Cruise. and then replace it with just basic lands of the player's choice.
Such sadness.
Yeah.
8 basic swamps in the Jeskai deck.
That's so sad.
Or 4 swamps, 4 forests.
That would be hilarious. Just a reminder that
don't play bad cards. Suleiman reading the Brimaz. Because everyone reads the Brimaz.
Yeah, exactly.
Because people don't have encyclopedic knowledge of Magic cards. That's disappointing. It's disappointing.
Wow, but Brimaz still a very powerful card. It can end games really, really quick.
Wow.
Is this a cat deck?
Is this what we're doing?
Is this a cat deck?
Yeah, here we go.
Is there a counter spell?
Well, Jeff has 2 spell quellas in hand.
Yeah,
and 2 detention spheres.
But he's got detention sphere.
What does his deck do? He has detention spheres, counter spells, challenges and voids, and Brimazes.
Wow. Okay, so those were uncracked. Hello everyone and welcome back to our weekly modern tournament here at Ogre Games. It's Modern. My name is Mick, I'm one of your hosts alongside the magic god Cass Ang, who's not here right now, but he'll be back soon, hopefully. We are watching the match here between Ian Tan and Russell Seah, and before I forget, to all our Chinese viewers, have a happy Lunar New Year. I know I said it at the top of the show, but I forgot to say it during round 2, so I apologize. And for those of you who are watching who are not out on dates on well, I guess it's Valentine's Day, as much as you might think that it's some commercial, you know, I don't know, some faked out commercial, whatever nonsense. It's still a nice time to you know, love your loved ones and tell your loved ones that, hey, I love you, you know. So yeah. But yeah, you're here with us, the Lonely Hearts Club, and yeah, we'll keep you entertained, hopefully. Ian here playing a very special version of Lantern of Insight. It's the Sultai version of Lantern of Insight. Lantern control, kinda awesome. And does Russell here know what Ian is trying to do? Meddling Mage here on turn 2. This is a very strong approach. I wouldn't run out Meddling Mage until I knew what my opponent was doing. But yeah, he's playing the humans deck, I believe. Yep, looks like the humans deck. And no third land here. Meddling Mage. What else do I name? Yeah. Codex Shredder is the draw, and Snaring Bridge, and Mishra's Bauble, and then passes the turn. So maybe Russell's getting an idea of what Ian is playing, because usually it's not the Sultai version. Yeah. Alright. So Talia here, very good draw from Russell. Talia is an extremely strong card. Like you could have started out with turn 2 Talia, that would have been like even better. That would have been probably the best. Ancient Stirrings, hold on. Yep, Judge doing Judge stuff. Like reminding your opponents that, hey, you gotta pay that 1 extra for your Ancient Stirrings there. What are Meddling Mages on? I'm curious too. I didn't ask. Oh yeah, okay. No, we can't see it on the stream. It's okay. Don't worry.
How about they just do an arrow or I don't know.
It's okay. It's fine. Yeah, what if the card's not there? So I have a feeling, you know, because Ian started with a Dark Slick Shores, Russell might be thinking that, hey, this is ad nauseum.
Oh,
so I'll name ad nauseum.
That's a bad way to decide
bad choice,
things,
right?
man. That's like,
hey, dude,
that's like your opponent lays Burning Catacomb and is like, I think he's playing Jan.
That is a reasonable assessment. Come on.
But then look at Danny where he uses his Flooded Strand to fetch for King Dance. You know, something's not right here.
Yeah, I guess you can wait for the first turn. Ian here going to go down to 1. He needs to cast more than his fair share of cards here.
I mean, right now it's not really an issue because he just needs to go down to 1. So if he hasn't laid a land, he lays a land, and
he needs to cast all 3 cards in his hand, otherwise he dies.
He's at 1.
He's at 1.
Okay, I think he's dead. Yep, he did.
No, he hasn't drawn for his turn yet.
Oh, he hasn't drawn for his turn? That's pretty bad.
And yeah, he draws for his turn. Oh, it's a land. No, he's dead. Scoopity-doop. He could have left that card on top.
But, I mean, he's just guessing why I was on top, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Russell here wanting to shuffle Ian's cards into his own deck.
Man, that's why people should use different color sleeves. I'm not saying that wearing pink or having pink sleeves is, a good way to set yourself from the norms. But yeah, I was forced to buy a salmon color shirt.
Why?
Once said it looked nice.
Okay.
I question the decision involved in it, but I have no say in the matter.
Does it look nice?
I think it looks okay.
It looks fine.
But it's like hashtag sellout, guys wearing pink.
No.
No, man.
No. It matches the shape. Sometimes it matches the shape and the color of the person.
Me pink? Nah, man.
Dark skin individuals. I think
I'm paler than most zombies are, cave zombies.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I don't hang out in the sun a lot, man.
Dude, you're dark. Yeah, I know you're not hanging out in the sun a lot, but your skin tone generally is darker.
No, I'm kind of worried. Do I have a medical condition that makes my skin darker?
Oh no!
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey man, you're darker than some Malays I know, man.
That is true. I'm probably the same colored skin tone as you are, actually, or maybe darker. I don't know.
So yeah. Salmon colored t-shirts. I think they go I guess it goes well. It goes well with a lot of things.
Really?
Yeah, I believe so. It goes well with khaki colors. It goes well with jeans, blue denim colors.
Yeah,
it goes well with black.
She did ask me to get blue denim, blue colored shorts.
It goes well with black, I think. Pink flash and salmon go pretty well with black.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird because
and then you get white shoes.
After I got the shirt, I was helping Danny buy his dinner because lazy person. I saw a girl wearing the exact same. I mean, it's the female version of the shirt with the exact same pattern, exact same color. I was like, something ain't right here, man.
Uruguay talking about color skin on Twitch. Hey man, don't judge. We Asian, we yellow. Yeah.
Oh wait, I don't see the chat.
No, yeah.
Oh.
So
talking about skin color on Twitch. Yeah, man, we are Singaporeans. As long as we don't talk about certain people in certain positions in certain organizations, we'll be fine.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I'll phrase it. Unless you have an afro and like talking not very politically correct things.
Yeah. Okay, so Ian here trying to dispense pretty much a lot of cards in his hand. What did he take? What card is that?
That is the green. The Gru guy is the human that destroys target artifact when it enters play. I cannot remember his name for the life of me. I'm sorry. It's a sideboard card in that deck.
Oh, okay. Alright. Ian here being able to drop, man, that's a lot of cards from his hand, and is going to be able to play the Ensnaring Bridge very, very soon. But a work around that is obviously Noble Hierarch, right?
Yeah. I mean, the problem is, even if you walk around the Ensnaring Bridge with Noble Hierarch, that's 15 turns of Ian, not drawing anything, not doing anything as well.
Zero gas.
Yeah, that's horrible, right? If you can't block a Noble Hierarch after 15 turns of drawing cards, right? You should probably not play that deck.
Yeah.
Oh, they clicked out of it. But yeah, if you can't beat a Noble Hierarch, it's probably time to dismantle the deck.
Oh, okay. So Viridian, is it Viridian Shaman? No, it's not Viridian Shaman.
It's something of the sort. If you look at the deck list from the proto, we'll probably find it.
Yeah, okay. Enters battlefield, destroy target.
It's a human as well, so it benefits from all the tribal lands like Unclaimed Territory and Cavern of Souls. By the way, I didn't even know Unclaimed Territories was an expensive card. It's like $4 or $5, man.
For what?
Unclaimed Territory, like the uncommon Cavern of Soul without the
Holy smokes, seriously?
Yeah, I mean, not need the EDH tribal play, now like competitive tribal decks play, right?
God damn it.
Yeah, and I think I gave away a few as well, so
you fool, you!
Bad life decisions right there. I mean, when I looked at the cards, how good could this be? Every single person will probably have this card.
Foil, man, foil.
Okay, the foils is much more, almost $10, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like the foils have that value.
Would you pay $10 or would you pay $100 for Cayman or so foils? I will pay 10 times the price for Cayman foils if I could get it.
Obviously, I'll pay for Kevin, but then like it's still a powerful card. Like you enter the battlefield, it enters the battlefield untapped. By the way, that's one of the powerful parts about this card is that it basically taps for any colored mana.
That is true.
Yeah, and it also taps for colorless. So
that is also true. And he just casted lieutenants after lieutenants, and I think the game is almost over.
Yeah, Ian here gonna get rid of the Mantis Rider.
Yeah, so rub the K. Cannot be countered, bro. You can't really do anything about that.
Well, you can spell Queller. But obviously,
I mean, if you're playing like Unclaimed Territories and Caverns, do you really want to put Spell Queller in your deck? And like it just sits in your hand, and then you lay your land and like spirits go. Like that's bad. That's horrible.
Okay, he's gonna mill himself, and hopefully the next card is going to be a.
Yeah, so this is why I think that Jace, even though your sit in this deck might not be like fantastic, and kaboom, the game is over. There goes your Ensnaring Bridges, bro.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Russell did draw both of
his sideboard cards, right? So
I think Viridian Emissary. I think so. I could be wrong.
Viridian Emissary. Let's put it like Viridian Acolyte. Nope.
I think I say that. And it just enters the battlefield and destroy target artifact.
Corruptor. I know Corruptor.
Well, he did draw the Reclamation Stage of the Humans. I no idea what the name is of the guy.
Sure, anybody in the chat can let us know what that is. But we're gonna end it here now.
Yeah, wait to watch the Proto. One of the Proto top 8 decks just explode to humans. It's so weird. Like watching Lantern sometimes. Sometimes they have fantastic games where they just
dump the entire hand on turn 2, right?
And then they utterly annihilate the opponent's confidence.
Renegade.
Oh, Vitian Renegade.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Viridian is pretty close if you drink a lot of alcohol and
It's the Virginia Renegade.
But thanks for the answer. Nuclear Winter X.
Yeah.
See, this is what I say. This is the AG names, right? The X with something. 69X. Then the AG is X, capital.
No, you have to have like Magic God, but the I is a 1, and then the O is a 0. Right? Yeah,
like Hacker Man style.
Yeah.
Damn, this
Magic God. Or you put like 3 AG 1 C G0.
That's like asking to go into like the Proto, like the toilet, the break room, and get beaten up by guys. Like you beat them.
Like get your head flushed down the toilet bowl.
Like you learn. Take this. You're giving us all a bad name.
Alright, we're going to call it a night. Thanks for joining us. Remember, you can join us every week, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Singapore time on twitch.tv/Grey Ogre Games. If you want to find out more about the Invitationals, just head on down to greyogregames.com and find out how you can be a champion, just like Pichun.
Yes, although he was not on stream.
Second place. Anyway, we're gonna call it a night. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.